Is the new Passport a get it or skip it vehicle? We're showcasing the 2026 Honda Passport TrailSport Elite in sunset orange over black and brown interior. This year we dropped the 9-speed, we get the 10-speed automatic transmission. All-wheel drive is on all trims, 7 different trims to choose from, more horsepower, it's wider in the front and the rear, more ground clearance, but will this be the get it or skip it variant for 2026. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and I'm gonna go over some pros and cons, compare this against the competition. Up front, you're gonna notice a huge difference. It's more boxy, off-roadsy look. All of the Trail Sports are gonna have this unique style with standard LED headlights, daytime runnings. When you go into the Trail Sport, you get the LED fog lights. The hood will have the air vents, as well as the glossy black for the new grille. 2 front recovery hooks in orange with the skid plate, 2.55 inches longer for the wheelbase, 1.3 inches wider for the front track, and underneath the hood gets the 3.5 liter V6, producing 285 horsepower with 262 pound-feet of torque paired to the 10-speed automatic transmission, achieving 18 mpgs for the city, 23 mpgs for the highway. All-wheel drive, it has the IVTM4, which is on its 2nd generation. It's an intelligent 4-wheel drive system. That's on all trims. The system will have a stronger rear drive unit that can handle 40% more torque and provide 30% faster response, which will send up to 70% torque to the rear wheel and 100% of torque between the 2 wheels. Set with 18-inch wheels that's wrapped with all-terrain tires, raised roof rails so you can put tie downs. I'm liking what Honda's doing. The suspension, it's a off-road suspension because we're in the Trail Sport. That carries on into all of the Trail Sport trim. These are all reasons why I would take the box for it, with a McPherson strut front suspension, a multi-link rear suspension, agile handling assist. They have really tweaked this vehicle 100%. Flared out fenders, the gloss black side view mirrors, that's power folding. That is going to be on the TrailSport Elite and the TrailSport Elite Blackout, as well as all the window trims getting the blacked out treatment and the door handles. Going against competition like Toyota, it's gonna be a lot more off-roadsy than this, but Honda has stepped up the game and you're gonna have a little bit of savings. The power, you're gonna have 2 different power trains when you go into the 4Runner. That's the reason why I would skip it. And they do not offer a hybrid variant. As of now, there isn't anything that has been confirmed. Going against Hyundai, you can go into the Santa Fe and have 3 rows and save a little bit of money, but then you're going into a Turbo 4 with a dual wet clutch automatic transmission, which a lot of people don't like. So that's why I would take the box on this side. Standard LED taillights, this has been reworked, more of a boxy image in the rear with the Passport badging. The lower gets the reverse parking sensors, the front parking sensors, and a 360-degree reverse camera with the Trail View. So that way, when you are doing light off-road with this, now you can see the pinch and roll, you can see in front of you, or a full 360-degree reverse camera. Upgraded Honda sensing with collision mitigation braking, road departure mitigation, forward collision warning, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control with low speed follow, traffic sign recognition, traffic jam assist, blind spot monitoring with lane change assist, cross traffic monitoring, low speed braking, driver attention monitor, auto high beam. But if you want the multi-view camera in the Trail Watch, you have to go into the TrailSport Elite or TrailSport Blackout. The Trail Sport will add the rear camera wash. The front camera wash will be added on the TrailSport Elite Blackout. So what you're getting is a total package under 60 grand. You can do some off-road capabilities. Comparing it against Ford, it looks like a Bronco, but on the Honda side. I mean, let me know which way you would go. Power liftgate, and that's on all trims, going into 44 cubic feet of storage, which is going to be almost 6 cubic feet less than the prior gen, but you're gonna have to check out some things. We get a storage tub here, another one here that you can fit any bags. You get another storage nook with another one. Home plug, that's on all of the Trail Sports. Fold this over, you get more storage, fold that back. Open this up, and now you got a spare tire, and you got that pattern for the off-roadsy style. Unfortunately, they did forget one thing. You still have to go into the back in order to split fold the rear bench at that 60-40 split. And that will maximize the cargo capacity to 104.4 cubic feet, which is almost 4 cubic feet more than the prior gen. So yeah, you're gonna lose nearly 6 cubic feet at the beginning, but you're gaining overall cargo capacity. The key fob to Passport 10-way power seat adjustment and 4-way power seat adjustment is for the front. That's standard in all trims. Heated front seats, standard in all trims. Leather and cloth seats will start up all the way to the TrailSport, and then you'll get a durable leatherette. This contrast stitch and these leather seats that's ventilated is only on the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Elite Black memory for the driver. Taking the Pilot to the Passport level with storage for the passenger. You have the glossy black here. Upgraded mats. The contrast stitch carries on. Matte black for the center vents, Passport badging. 12 speakers through Bose. That's only going to be on the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Elite Blackout, which is an upgrade because in 2025 we didn't even receive this. 9 speakers is standard. Let's fire it up. .3 informational display starts us off with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's wireless. Google Maps, Google Assist, Google Play, and it's very intuitive as you're already noticing. The response rate is good. Amazon Alexa, Honda Link, put it into reverse, and we get a 360-degree reverse camera, full trajectory for the front and the rear. You can also change different camera layouts for the vehicle. And the nice thing about Honda is you have the trail camera, you just push it right here. So when you are driving the vehicle, I'm gonna just give you an example, you can see everything around you. So if you are doing any off-road, we're not on any off-road site, you can see everything from the front, the back, the sides, or a full 360 view camera. And you can also do this whenever you're doing interior reversing. So I think this just makes it a lot more easy, and that off-roadsy style comes into play, especially when you tick the box for the TrailSport. Tri-climate control settings is standard across all trims, as well as a wireless charging pad, 2 USB-C ports, a 12-volt, and another area here. There isn't any pass-through, so that's the only thing that I have to knock Honda for doing, not giving us the pass-through. You get another little area here though. You still have to push it to go into the gear, and 7 different driving modes for the gauge cluster. This is a 10.2 digital reader that can go through an array of different content, including your audio sound system. So I like that it's somewhat configurable, and it gives you all the information that you need. So you could do the round, the bar, which we already had, the round minimal, or the bar minimal, and finishing it up with the minimal. I usually leave it into the round, and then I like to show things like my navigation, which you were not able to do that on the prior, or you can do the pinch and roll on one side, you have your compass on the other side. And check this out, when you use your indicators, or when you put it into reverse, when you turn on your lights, everything is right there in the center cluster. Leather wrap steering wheel, it's heated, which is only on the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Elite Blackout. Multi-function, the paddle shifts, and the contrast stitch carries on. It's going to be a little bit more sporty, opens up into a huge storage pocket with a pin holder. Leg space is going to be more than enough, and the same thing with headroom. They just carve out a ton of it. Auto dimming rear view mirror, LED interior lights, a large moonroof that's on the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Blackout. Door panel and dash, configuring together nicely. I like this contrast that comes into play. One touch up and down for all the windows is standard. It's soft where you rest your arms. 2 tiers of storage, so they just knock it out of the park for the everyday use. For the back seat, this is the opening that you have to fit 2 more with the cup holders and armrest. The contrast stitch comes into the back. Heated rear seats go into the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Elite Blackout. 2 USB-C ports and a home plug. Storage behind both of the front seats, and you get a storage on top. Manual sunshades go into the TrailSport Elite and TrailSport Elite Blackout. The same textures and storage is going to be found in the rear door. Sitting behind me, you're going to have a ton of space, as you're noticing, and the same thing with headroom. It's a box, so they just carve out a ton of it. Flat floor, so you slide over, you're not going to share any feet space, butt, leg, and shoulder space. The Passport has done an excellent job, even giving acoustic side windows when you go into the TrailSport Elite and the TrailSport Elite Blackout. Headroom, you can definitely fit 3 occupants back here at 6'3". 8.3 inches of clearance, 285 horsepower with 262 pound-feet of torque. You actually decrease a little bit with your MPGs, but it's to be expected. I just wish that they gave us a different powertrain option, only because everybody is kind of doing it. I wouldn't mind seeing a hybrid. I mean, let me know your thoughts in the comments for that. But going against competition, it's going to be hard to squeeze out what you're getting from Honda. Even if you go to Jeep, you're going to spend a ton of money once you start going into the Summit Reserve. Those are awesome vehicles, and you can get a third row. You get the Cherokee L. You'll have some more power, but in the same category, this gives you the off-road capabilities, which the Passport didn't really have, but now it has that rugged profile. It also comes standard with these 18-inch wheels across all 7 trims. The interior, you get leather seats, heated, ventilated seats. It is missing a heads-up display. It's going to take me to some pros and cons. Starting off with the pros, I think Honda did an excellent job with, as you have already noticed. The reason why I would get it is because of the majority of the stuff that they have done to make this vehicle what it is. It really does stand out of class. But then on the flip side, the negatives. For the cargo capacity, you get almost 4 cubic feet more than the prior gen. I appreciate that. You get more horsepower than the prior gen. I appreciate that. But they don't increase the towing capabilities. They just give us a flat 5,000 pounds, which is fine, because if you are comparing it to most competition, it's spot on. But once you start ticking the box to things like Jeep, that's going to be more than this. As for Ford, if you go into a Bronco, you're going to have 500 pounds less. So it is something to take in consideration. Acoustic side windows when you go into the Black Elite or the Elite on the TrailSport trim. All trims will have an acoustic front windscreen. So if you want a little bit more quiet because these have the off-road tires, that pretty much ticks the box. Road noise doesn't filter in that much. 10-speed automatic transmission, I actually like that a little bit better than the 9-speed because it changes gears a little bit more frequently and it feels a little bit more smooth in the drive. Second generation for the IVT M4, which is the Intelligent Four-Wheel Drive Management System. I mean, it's a pretty unique system. 70% of torque can be sent to the rear wheel, and 100% of that to either of the wheels. Visibility is good because you have enough clearance. Braking, it's larger brakes. It can stop on a dime if you need it. Turn radius at a stop point is going to be 2 and a part lane. Let's rock and roll. That's definitely a reason why I would get it. V6 engine. Now it does have vehicle management, which will deactivate cylinders to get better MPGs. But that's going to take me to some more cons. The infotainment screen that's on top of the dash. They could have configured that inside the dash, moved the buttons down a little bit because they're not giving a huge amount of storage in the front part there, plus there's no pass-through. The pro is you have 10 cup or bottle holders, and that can hold up to a 32-ounce cup. What SUV does that? Getting larger digital screens, it just makes it feel more new and refreshed. So overall, would I get it or skip it? I personally would get it because of all of the technology, the safety, what you're getting is a total value. The only reason why I would skip it is because they didn't give us any other power options. We don't have a lot of exterior colors, but it's hard to say Honda didn't make one of the best mid-size SUVs. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, membership, live stream, TikTok, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like, and I'd like to thank our friends here at Regal Honda for giving us this 2026 Honda Passport TrailSport Elite for our car review.